Right, welcome back to WordPress. So today we're going to take a look at the contact page. Now the first thing that we need to do is take a look at our Contact 7 plugin, which is right here, and I'm going to click on Contact Forms. Now the cool thing about this is it sets up the form for you. So there was just kind of a default one in here, but we're going to go ahead and hit Edit. And when I imported this, it filled out most of the information. So this is pretty much has been set up. This is the information I need for the contact page. I have just switched these. Test email would be your email. Same thing here, test email. Subject, learn WordPress. That's this site. So this is all this information. So anything that you would want, you would go ahead and put down here. So it's saying this is the local host, but that's just because of the way we set this up. Normally this would say your web page, not this information right here. Any messages or information you want to add or use in here, you can go ahead and set. And then any additional settings that you would want would be set right there. But we're good with this. This is all set up, the contact forms. The one thing that you need to know is you need to use shortcode again. So you're going to come up here and copy this shortcode because you're going to end up pasting it back into the page. So you're going to go to page and hit all pages. And you're going to come down to edit for the contact page. And you can see right here, this says contact, and this is where that shortcode goes. And you will just copy and paste that shortcode. Now I've already done that, so we don't need to do it. Then you're going to come down here and we can just do this real quick. Contact, this meta description would be, remember you want to fill these out until you get enough information in it, but it's just, I'm just going to put contact, learn WordPress. And that looks good. So make sure you fill that stuff out when you do it. And we're going to come up here and we're going to preview to see what this page looks like. So here we go. We've got this information here. This is where the contact information is going to go. Now, my issue with this is just having a picture in the background of this. It's just too busy and it makes this difficult and hard to read. So we're going to remove this picture. And then over here we have this section, and if you notice it wasn't on the page or in the section. This is actually a widget. So we need to go into the widget to change this information. It is correct. The first thing we'll do is click back up here and hit edit page, and we're going to remove that picture and see what it looks like and see how this theme is set up as far as a background. So we're just going to come down here to featured image. We're going to put remove featured image. Then we'll hit update. Preview, and hopefully this is a whole lot easier for us to read. Yeah, that's a whole lot easier. Just keep it simple. There's also a map down here. I will explain the map later. I'm not sure if we're going to use this map or not. Some of these you have to sign up for services for, and I'm not sure if we like that or not. So we've got all this, so we need to come in here and change this widget. So if we come in here and we go down to widgets, we slide over here and it says contact page sidebar. Wonderful, makes it simple. We're going to click on this and it says about us. Site. So that looks pretty good. So we're going to save this information. That's the first part of that. It's actually in two little parts. We're going to close that and go down here to text, and they've got some information right here, and we're going to have to go into this and change this information. And you can really make this whenever you want. This is just like basic HTML. So that's the visual version, and if you want to go into the HTML and see the HTML of how this is laid out in code, you could easily come here and do this. We're just going to do the visual because it's easier. We don't have to have links, but address, I'm going to put, I live in Camp Hill. PA USA. We'll just leave the number. We'll leave support. This, you would change this to your own name. That's your mail to address. So you want to make sure you get your correct mail to address. So for setting up, if someone does want to mail to you, you're going to want to put your email in there instead of the support. But for right now, we're going to do that since we don't actually have a mail to address for this fake site. I'll just put Gmail. It makes sense. We'll just leave that support there. So we'll go ahead and hit save. We're going to go back to preview. And there we go. You can see it's added Camp Hill, the 1, 2, 3, 4, the support Gmail, and this is some other information. So that's basically how you set up and work your contact page. So we've got that ready to go. You don't have to have this here. I would probably get rid of this. I will tell you right now, having your email address on a web page is a bad idea. You don't see this anymore because spammers and scammers and hackers get a hold of this and they start sending you crap all the time. So that's why people have reverted to forms. So if this was me, I would go into that widget. So to remove this from the page, what we're going to do is come up here and go back to widgets, text, and we're going to delete that. So that's gone. And you could put other information. So you've got your information. If you wanted to have your email, not your email address, but your web page or any information that you want to put in there, you can put. We're just going to leave it just simple and clean like that, so it's a whole lot easier. Then we go back and we hit the preview for this. We should eliminate that. So it's just a good rule of thumb in today's world to eliminate your email address from a web page, unfortunately. Alright, yeah, so it's gone. So we've got our phone number and stuff. And then if we want to be contacted, we could just do this. It's going to do the exact same thing as the mail to address. It's just the way in which you use it. Alright, cool. So that's how we take care of the contact page. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave those below. And don't forget to subscribe.